horse racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Spoil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I'm walking, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on him and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 2.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
Buccaneer first down.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On second down, it's Jones. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Jones.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
The ball carrier.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. 6 yards left on 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st down, Patterson. Levante David in on the tackle.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Patterson on the carry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's David Montgomery, second-year man from Iowa State. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Just shy of the goal line.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
7. Buccaneers, nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Brady now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Bears. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now it's Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing.
Through that one. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And 10.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can...
34-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Brady going to throw. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bears 14, Buccaneers 7.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Check 31, check 31. Red, go.
Now it's Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 48 yards
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Sponge.
On third down, Patterson. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short.
Check it back. Alert. Check 15.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Back near his goal line, here's Brady. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And that's incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded just inside the 30. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bears take over.
Take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Mickens to return. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, and that is incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
This time they stay on the ground. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be fielded at the 17. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
18.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, point.
Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Sucker if y'all in denial. I get the chip on him and I bust out the south side. Is that Vigo the guy? Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. It's no, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I can barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got miles on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on it. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pulse and wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This one taken just inside the 10.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
J-Don Mickens on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now the third-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Brady's throw complete there to Evans.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Mike Evans has been so good downfield. I think that sometimes we end up taking him for granted. When you look back at what he's done each year in the league, he's been a 1,000-yard receiver each and every time. Now paired with the prolific Tom Brady, those numbers could really jump.
And a catch right side by Evans. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Had to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Brady to Evans on the slant. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
To Mike Evans.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
One back in the game. That's Jones. 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Brady. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Their confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown.
Complete to number 80.
O.J. Howard. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
7. Bears nothing. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Trubisky. Going deep this time for Miller. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. What a great start. You get the points on the first drive of the game. Now here you get an interception. Look to add to your lead.
And I just wonder about the strategy we saw coming right back at them. Yeah, they're down, but I felt like they were pressing it too much. They didn't need to play catch-up this early in the game, and it ended up costing them.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Brady.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
At the 25-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 7, Bears nothing.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
On 4th down, Ryan Succop now for the Buccaneer field goal.
Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Patterson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And 5.
Watch the edge. Hold up, flat. Lock in, lock in. Hey, hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
They run with Patterson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. They'll find Miller. That's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. On first down, Jones. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Here's Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Eddie Goldman on the tackle, a huge man, hard to move out of the way. He's in his 6th year with the Bears out of Florida State.
Gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he's got Miller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And
throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
On first down, Brady. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd and short.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And again this time to the tailback. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Trubisky. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
For Darrell Patterson.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Hey, 56. Let's go, dude.
So after the INT, it's Brady. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Wait, 29. Alpha.
Now Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 17, Bears nothing.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
45. Let's make these babies.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike.
Looking to throw. Trubisky on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. And his throw is incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away, was Mike Edwards. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
45. Mike, 45. Here we go again.
Trubisky to throw again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
In a fourth down.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10 at their own 43. And he'll give it here to his running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's a four-receiver look now. Three of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Now it's Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Bucs' 46-yard line.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And Miller with it over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And 1.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back.
On down.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the penalty is Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 34.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Brady's throw there complete. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And good catch there by Mike Evans, and his ability to get downfield and create big plays is something that Tom Brady hasn't had on the perimeter in the last few seasons. Mike Evans often fools defenders with his speed because he's so long, people think he can't.
Bilal Nichols never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They go play action. Trubisky. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
To
Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this Buccaneer offense, they're running away with this one.
Ryan Suckup.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A gain of 2.
From the 27, Trubisky.
27-yard line.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35 on first down. It's Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And this game, it could very well turn out to be the shocker of the weekend. Not too many expecting them to come in here and win. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. And now trying to finish this one off.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
2nd and 8.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Jones again, the ball carrier.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Shotgun now for Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20.
20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Shaq Barrett, last year's sack leader, gets in there to register another one. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Patterson on the carry. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
The Bears' 43-yard line.
Easy. Right, 80. 53, Linda. Check 59. Mike is 15.
Brady going to look to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Wait, 10. Wait, 20. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Slay.
Brady now on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs offense continuing to nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Tonight's final score.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown.
Right now, right?